don't love me for my ambition.
Joe Budden stuff.
Yeah.
Joe Budden said this once, and I really did agree with him. Hip hop is a place for the outcasts of society. It's for the murderers, for the drug dealer. It's for the nobodies, the loners, the backpack wearers. And I agree with him. That's why when I say free Young Thug, I never feel some type of way about saying it because I understand Thug grew up in that environment. These are just products of their reality. So I can't sit here and be like, yo, fuck you, nigga. Like, you shouldn't be glorifying this or promoting it. It's like, yo, that's really their life.
Yeah.
Like, they're really like that. And like Joe always said, like, yo, end of the day, hip-hop was built off the backs of gangs. It was a group of gangs moving like mobsters who were funding a lot of these people. We look at it with Pac and Biggie. We can even go back to A Tribe Called Quest and all these niggas. Like, these niggas were funded by drug and gang money. Now, here's the thing. I think Vic is right in this sense. Once you get to a certain point, you have to start separating yourself from your gang ties. And you have to stop glorifying it as much if you're not actually living it, because now you're just being facetious about your reality. Like, you're not being honest. But I'm also never going to sit here and be like, yo, fuck these niggas. Fuck, fuck these. I just can't do that. People? Yeah, because, like, I understand why you're there. I have niggas I grew up with that I like you. You know niggas that are like these niggas. Like, there's a reason you're like that. And I can't be mad at you for that. I just get frustrated when, you know, like you said, it becomes, well, fuck this nigga for the exact thing this other person I'm defending is doing.
The hypocrisy.
Yeah. The only thing I'm against in rap is when it's violence done to people who are not willing to seek it. So if you on gang shit, my nigga, and you die, that's on you.
Yeah.
You asked for it. That's your life. That's just how it goes. You selling drugs and you die, that's on you. That's your life. If I'm a woman and you're forcing me to have sex with porn stars, that's not my life. You abuse your powers to put me here. And that's where I draw the line, is when people are being forced to do things that they just don't want to do.
Yeah, no sense of consent, no sense of, like, you know, especially Cassie being 19 years old. There's like a situation where it's like that's a teenager, young adult, you know, young woman, you're artist, you know, so you're taking her under your wing, signing her to Bad Boy, you know, but then you're doing all this stuff to her at the same time. It's like you're feeding into that stereotypical, like, you know, well, you want to get into the business, you got to do this for me. You got to suck me. You got to fuck me. You got to date me. It's that weird shit. It's like, that's what we don't want that. We shouldn't be promoting that. No, but I get it 100%. But it's like the Young Thug shit, it seems like it was more than just gang shit, but we shall see if that plays out. Because
he was a mobster. Because
it was on some, like, killing anyone. They're willing to, you know, the Lil Wayne shit. That's not, we can't even, it's too much. It's a lot of shit. Other people involved. But speaking of this situation, Joe Budden has come out and said that he's not going to talk about this. He said that he doesn't need to talk about it. Like, why do people want to hear his actual, like, you know, like, obviously I don't condone rape. I don't condone pedophilia and other stuff, right? He's saying, like, why would I need my opinion on this? Like, to remind you to do this? But it's just seeming hypocritical. I personally have looked up to Joe Budden for years. I know everything about his career, his content. I watch everything. In that same clip when he said that, minutes before, he literally was calling out Keke Palmer and calling her, like, oh, she's crazy too, because of the case with the Keke Palmer, the allegations of Keke Palmer hitting her man and, like, arguing with her man and being abusive towards her man. So he literally held the light up and shined it on Keke Palmer and her situation, made fun of her, like, on some entertainment shit. But when it came to the Diddy topic, he edited it out, he cut it out, and then when he did talk about it on the podcast, the part he didn't edit out, it was just him very censored, like, and talking about how he's being censored about it. So he's picking his battles, right? And he's being biased. And I understand that, because when you know people personally, you're going to be biased, right?
Might have touched him too.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully it wasn't that close.
Wait, you touched him or texted him?
I think he said either or.
Oh, you're fucking crazy, bro.
But when it comes to the idea of, like,
Joe, please.
Like a Diddy, right? Diddy is so rich and powerful. He's not like a regular person. Like, if you get to know Diddy, he can help your career. He helped his, right? He gave Joe Budden a show, State of the Culture. They did work together on Revolt. They have business together, right? They've been to each other's parties. You know, the New Year's party that Diddy throws every year is famous party. Joe Budden's been to that. Like, it's been like a thing.
Joe Budden's also close to Hove. Hove is close to Diddy. There's too many relationships here.
There's a lot of relationships and billionaires involved, right? So, if this is the case of Joe Budden censoring himself, being hypocritical, he needs to be called out. Like, academics called him out. He needs to be called out, because Why? You are going against your own ideologies and beliefs and brands. Like I've loved him because he calls out the industry. He calls out the dark shit. He speaks about everything, right? He's spoken about Diddy in the past, like, but now he's choosing to be censored. Is it because of the settlement? You know, is it just because he didn't want to be caught up, or was it because he went off so much that he might have went too much off, and he said, "Nah, let me edit it out."
You saw his
and
tweet?
now in the new episode this Wednesday, he might be different. He might be going off, but more controlled. He might, because what did he say? Were you talking about the tweet today?
There's 2 tweets. I'm gonna ask you what you think about them. So the first one was that Friday.
Yeah,
Remember, that casting news broke at 10 p.m.
yeah,
It broke very late. They were already recording the pod. He tweeted out something along the lines of, "Y'all not gonna get me like that."
yeah.
The second tweet was rally the troops together. Like his gang. And then niggas was laughing. I'm like, this is the worst group you've had so far on the podcast. My question to you is,
I thought you were talking about today. Today he tweeted
That's what he tweeted today.
Load the docket.
load the docket.
up.
That's what he
some
made.
shit like
Yeah,
that.
that shit. Yeah, and people are like, this is the worst docket you've had.
But what he means by that is when he does on the podcast, he said load the docket up. He means like I'm gonna go off. That's what he means. Cause I listen to the podcast. So
Oh, that's a new one because I stopped
Yeah.
listening after Rory and Maul.
it's like a new thing. He'll be like load the docket up. So it's like the topic is coming up, and he's like load the docket up. Like I need a docket. Like I need a moment to go off. That's what he usually does. So him saying that made me believe today when I saw that, I'm like, oh, okay, he's gonna go off. But what's he gonna go off on? Is he gonna go off on us? Go off on like academics, people critiquing him, or is he gonna go off on Diddy properly now? It's like, oh, you guys think I'm censored? Fuck that. I'm gonna talk about it. I doubt he
think
will
already did.
because of the settlement. He's not gonna talk more than he already did. He's not. He's not. If you listen to the podcast, there was a point where he said, all right, let's talk about it. Who's this nigga hanging people? Who's this nigga hanging from upside down the balcony? The Wale Diddy shit. But then right there, minutes later, that's when the edit cut point starts. Then he says something like, "Oh, you guys are gonna get you're gonna get you the PG version. Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna give you guys the PG version of this. Nah.
I think that's what happened, Vic.
That he went off.
He went crazy. I think the news broke. Joe's not dumb.
Yeah.
I think in Joe's brain,
He wants to be timely with it.
I think he saw the settlement interpreted a certain way.
Maybe worse.
I think he interpreted it as, yo, she not even gonna bring this to court? Why the fuck am I gonna drag him?
Yeah.
Why would I involve myself in this situation if she's not even gonna have the wherethrough to sit through a trial and expose everything that's happened?
Yeah.
Now
'cause
I'm gonna just be yelling about hypotheticals.
You're gonna invest more energy into it than her, and she's the one that got allegedly.
So she
she's a
gets the
victim.
bag. Joe burns the bridge, which for me, I don't think you should give a fuck about the bridge because it's part of your brand. Part of your brand is
burn the
burning
bridge.
bridges.
Burn the bridge.
But I think in Joe's mind, he's like, bro, she didn't even say shit. So why am I gonna sit here and call him out if she didn't even go through court?
That's a good perspective because I can see it from the perspective also where it's like, yeah, why for me it's like burn the bridge, but then it's easy for me to say because I'm not Joe Budden. I'm not up a couple million. You know, I don't have this big like company. My thing is like his shit is independent, so he can burn the bridge.
Yeah.
So if he
And I
was
think he's
tied
gonna
to
do
like
that
any
now.
other company, then it was like don't burn the bridge. But it's making me think maybe he has like a specific deal he's been maybe working on behind the scenes, maybe revolt again.
Yeah.
Something that is like, okay, I got to be quiet about this. Because if not, then why people, you can say whatever the fuck you want, right? As long as you're willing to deal with the consequences of your words, right? And at the same, was that gas?
That was gas.
Was it 99? Was it premium?
It might have been worse than
Most
that.
regular.
Still regular is crazy.
Not supposed diesel.
Keep going.
Smells diesel. But it's the diesel's crazy. Diesel smells like vinegar.
Terrible.
When it comes to the idea of like, yeah, say whatever the fuck you want to say, but just apologize or like pedal it back. Like, oh, I actually was wrong. Go off for the sake of like, this is a moment. People want to hear my opinion, your real opinion, because that's my thing. If he edited it out, so
I'm telling you.
So he has a real opinion on it.
Yo, Vic is so bothered by this shit.
No,
Because I was shocked. I'm like, this nigga edited this shit out? Like, fuck.
I get it. Because I know Joe.
Even on the Patreon shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's edited shit out. Don't get me wrong, right? But when it comes to like a full-blown topic, especially of this importance,
He cut it out completely.
Joe Budden's never done something where it's like, I'm going to edit it out, and then I'm going to also brag about the fact why, like, I edited it out. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's never done that. Like he knows. I feel like he knows that he looks kind of crazy.
Yeah, I've seen him diss Nicki. I've seen him diss M. Like 200 episodes I've watched this nigga. I've never seen him do this. I'm telling you, bro, he got pissed that she backed out. And he's like, I'm not going to do your job for you.
Yeah. Has to be
And
that.
now he's even more mad. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to come at her because he probably doesn't agree with her decision.
Yeah.
Because he didn't kind of agree with Colin Kaepernick's decision. He's going to come at her and he's going to come at Diddy. I fully believe it. He's going to send heaven and hell on everyone.
When is this?
But not tomorrow. No, it's Wednesday, right?
Wednesday.
I'm gonna be fucking dying when he doesn't.
He might. No
I'm gonna be
bullshit.
dying when he doesn't.
You've never
because
seen sweaty, dirty muscle tee beanie Joe, bro.
Especially no stays defending him.
I don't defend that nigga. That nigga got mad issues. We can talk about it if you want.
Yeah, no, I think Joe Budden's a chimosa.
Listen, I love Joe. It's like,
love
it's
Joe,
like my
but-
big bro.
He's super problematic.
He's super gossipy, bro. He's like a female.
That's my big bro right there. Shout out, big bro. I know you watching, big bro. When it comes to look at this is his opinion just to end this topic. Before, so this is like where people calling like he always look hypocritical, like they're resurfacing this
Puff
clip.
shit, again,
Hopefully, he doesn't clip this down. He shouldn't.
Like I said to Steve Stout, if Puff was still out here practicing some of those same business habits, I would kill him. And let me tell the audience that privately and in confidence, him and I have spoken, and he applauds
this.
that I come in here and say whatever the fuck I want to say
This is about Mace getting his publishing.
Okay, that's what it was. I was gonna ask you that.
Because Mace used to go
regarding
online
him.
and bitch about it.
Yeah.
He don't hold me to that. I'm respectful, but I tell the truth. You think he loved what I had to say when that Mace shit was going on? He didn't. But guess what? It's my job to talk to the people. I don't run and fucking hide when the topic comes. I'm going to tell you what I think. And hopefully the people that love me and respect me know that I'm doing my job and it's nothing personal. The end. Rest of you niggas that think my character ever changes around any man, y'all got Joe real fucked up.
I mean, Joe,
I'm
we
one of
seen-
the
we seen
last
it, Joe.
ones. I'm one of the last that don't. You niggas live in a world of niggas that do that. You know how many men I've seen become somebody else around other men? Y'all want to have an honest conversation? I get offended when y'all talk to niggas such as myself like that.
But that's why people
You're
are now
pissed.
hip. This was years ago.
They should bring that video up now.
That was years ago. So now it's like, brother, we loved you because of that. Like you were last of the Mohegans. At the same time, he's number one.
Whether we agreed or not.
He's number one music podcast every single time. There's no bigger podcast than him in the culture right now at all. So it's like consistency, always number one. And then this happens, people want your opinion.
Yeah. And Marlon, you're like, why are we still on this? Bro, this is all over Twitter. We can't believe this. He folded like a fucking paper.
Yeah,
But I truly believe it's because she folded.
because the people have to realize that the more, and that's what I'm starting to realize more as well, which is sometimes I'd be feeling like, damn, I need more haters, right? Because I feel like the more hate like someone has also just adds like their value as far as like the more attention. Because Joe Budden, people love to hate him, right? But then, especially on Twitter and shit, they hate him a lot. But then this time around, I saw like the hate more than ever before, where it was like certain people would tweet and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know you were like a Joe Budden fan. Like certain people like, what, he didn't talk about this, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, damn.
There's a lot
They
of fans
probably
than you
were
think.
waiting for him to say something, even though they really don't fuck with him, you know. And I see that from the perspective where it's like I do listen to some people I don't really agree with, like, you know, I have this like Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, I was about to say, I watched Tucker Carlson. on
Tucker
X.
Carlson, like certain people, like I don't agree with, and I like political pundits that talk about politics. I don't really agree with, but I watch them just to see their perspective in their mind, the way it thinks, because they have a big audience. So I'm like, damn, what are they doing with that audience?
And
How
you
th-
could take away sometimes from what
yeah,
they're
you could
saying.
take techniques and take certain skill points,
Oh,
etc.
I mean, even ideas. I think some of their ideas are right. Some
Yeah,
of them. Very
yeah.
small amount.
So, Joe Budden is the same way right now, where it's like, but this is only making him bigger. He knows it. That's why this episode where he clipped it and censored it, it's only on Patreon. He's not put the audio anywhere else yet either. So I'm shocked. He pushed it back. It was like a whole thing. So there's a genius to him, no matter what.
He's creating suspense.
Even in this, he's creating suspense. He's creating a moment, right? Now, is he gonna get the big moment? What's the big moment? I think Joe Budden might interview Diddy. That would be the big moment. Should he?
I wouldn't if I'm Diddy. And I wouldn't if I'm Joe, if you're not going to go in there with your nuts out.
But if Diddy reached a settlement,
He can't speak on much.
but at
Depending
the
the settlement.
on the same time, fuck speaking on much, is he gonna do any promo? Diddy was doing mad promo for the album weeks ago. Now it stopped all of a sudden. No more promo. So you're not gonna talk about nothing. This is not gonna be academics like, oh, this might be a story that's 2 weeks. People talk for 2 weeks and don't forget about it. I don't think so. I think people are gonna talk about this for a while. It's gonna be like something like forever, damn near, or at least for the next couple years.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think this might be R. Kelly all over again.
In what sense?
When R. Kelly pissed
Niggas
on,
don't fuck with Kelly.
when R. Kelly pissed on Shorty back in 2004.
Oh,
3,
back old Kelly.
and nobody cared and moved on. Bro, right now, we can really talk about it. Keke Palmer called Trey Songz a predator. And nobody cared.
That's very true. That's a good
And that's recent.
yeah.
And in multiple stories have came up over the years and we still don't talk about
About
it.
Trey Songz being a predator.
And Trey Songz is not even close to the impact that Diddy had on the culture and the money Diddy has. I truly believe this is
But
going
I think
away.
that's where the difference is because no one gives a fuck about a Trey Songz song. No one gives a fuck about a Trey Songz interview. No one gives a fuck about Trey Songz in reality. They see him at a club with a photo. Oh, Trey Songz. They let him live. He has done no press. He's done no music, no nothing.
Yeah.
Because it hindered his career.
But Diddy could also leave the culture. He wouldn't be bothered by that. Because he's at a point of wealth where he
could.
can make money without us knowing.
He could, but niggas are gonna look at him crazy. I'm telling you right now. Like
These
on
billionaires
some
don't
Russell
care.
Simmons crazy, but Diddy's way more famous than Russell Simmons. So they have the same type of money. Let's say he does the same shit as Russell Simmons. Where's Russell Simmons right now? In Bali. I'm in Bali doing yoga in Bali. Nigga, you molested women, allegedly, right? And you're in Bali. You're hiding away from it because you don't want to do it with the cases.
So I'm never going to compare the privilege that a white billionaire has versus a black one. There's clearly a large difference. But I know, especially after Jeffrey Epstein, and a lot of the things that were coming out about billionaires, and even to this day what's coming out, bro, it don't matter. These niggas, this nigga, if no one comes with a suit, no one does anything, he's going to keep making money behind closed doors without us seeing it, doing a bunch of deals, it doesn't matter. He's going to be fine. The same way the white billionaires are fine.
People are going to have to start cutting him off. And that's where bridges need to be burned. A Joe Budden, etc. People got to speak about it
That's
for
fine.
something to happen.
But when he walks up to these white people with a shit ton of money for an investment, they're going to take it.
Yeah.
Because they're taking white people's money who are fucking rapists and murderers. They don't care.
Are we boycotting Ciroc? Marlon, are you drinking Ciroc ever again in your life?
I don't think I ever have in my life.
Yo, no one fucks with Ciroc, bro.
Are you boycotting De Leon?
I
What's
have
that?
done De Leon.
The tequila that Diddy owns, De
I've
Leon.
never had that either.
Are you boycotting Sean John? Are you going to wear Sean John again?
Last time I wore that shit was when I was like 4.
Yo,
This nigga's memory is like of a dinosaur. This nigga remembers everything. This nigga remember when he was 4 wearing Sean John.
This nigga's crazy. He remembers the last time he ate a cosmic brownie. He remembers.
And I had people in the fucking
No, you
comments.
that nigga's a liar,
bitch.
You are a liar. You're a liar.
That was his
You're
burner
a
account.
liar.
His burner account.
That's your burner
Yeah,
account. That was your burner. It was a car photo
I
too.
got
That was your
people.
burner.
I got
Swear to
people
God, it was a
fucking
car
on my
photo?
It was a
back,
car
bro.
photo. That's your fucking burner, nigga.
Nah.
Mind you, that burner was talking shit about you. Nah, I fuck with you. Imagine.
Well, they got my bag, bro. I ain't lying.
Oh shit. This nigga's crazy.
Nah, that's hilarious. Nah, but yeah, man. In my eyes, I ain't fucking with Diddy right now, bro. I ain't fucking with him probably for maybe forever. Like, it's just a bad taste. Like, this is weird. My opinion, why the fuck would Cassie lie about any of this? It wouldn't make any fucking sense. And
was very
also,
random.
Kid Cudi confirmed it. Kid Cudi's team would not confirm nothing in a lawsuit at all. So let's say that story happened. His car blew up. Who the fuck blew up Kid Cudi's car? Diddy was talking about blowing up Kid Cudi's car around that time when the car blew up. Hey, come on, bro. It's like, come on. It's like obvious shit that people are just not gonna talk about because obviously
It's tough.
you have to use words like me, allegedly, etc. Because we want to protect ourselves. I don't have fucking money to battle Diddy in court. But if Diddy were to fight people in court talking about this, etc., it won't help him either. He'll look more guilty.
I also think the Kid Cudi thing was really interesting. I think it solely didn't go to court and nothing ever happened because of Kanye. I truly believe.
Yeah, you said that. You said that's true.
The good music connection, because at the time, remember, this was in 2012. Watch the Throne was dropping. Kanye still has a relationship with Hov. Diddy still has a relationship with all of them.
Yeah.
I could fully see a situation where this nigga Diddy loses his fucking mind, blows the car up. Cudi's like, yo, I was just meditating and smoking. This nigga blew my car up. And Kanye and Hov were like, and we're like, yo, just let it go.
And right at that around that time, the Kid Cudi album. What's the name of the Kid Cudi album? I'm gonna look it up right now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that album.
That cover is hilarious now.
Listen.
That's the song. That's one that has King Wizard on it, right?
So, yeah. Look at this weird conspiracy theory, right? When it comes to music history. So allegedly, they're saying that Diddy might have blew up Kid Cudi's car in 2012, right? Because Kid Cudi confirmed that his car did blow up around the time he was dating Cassie, and Diddy was jealous of him dating Cassie.
What car was it?
No details yet on that, right?
That's what I'm interested in.
Months later, literally, Kid Cudi releases an album that I love. The album's called Indie Cud. And the cover art to the album is fire. A random explosion. A random explosion. And there's songs on there. My favorite is Unfuckwittable. You know that I'm unfuckwittable. A lot of very anthematic music talking as if, like, yo, you can't fuck with me. I'm undefeatable. And then everyone till this day never knew what was the fire on the cover art. Very random fire. Could be tied into his car blowing up. It could be tied to his car blowing up. You know.
Diddy's the reason he's depressed?
Listen, that's like a very fun conspiracy theory happening right now.
Yo, Kid Cudi being depressed because of P. Diddy is hilarious.
They gon' love me for my ambition.